Yes, my people, welcome back. So currently on the 1 hour chart based on gold, or not based on gold, on gold, and we've had this MSB here, and we are quite bullish based off my 1 hour time frame. When I head over to my 12, we can see that price is still bullish, and ideally, I would like for this low to get taken out, and then I can start looking for a trade higher. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. And if I go to my 5 minute, we can also see that price is fairly bullish. So yeah, so in terms of me looking for a long trade, yeah, it's gonna make much more sense for me personally. So let's just wait and see what happens. So technically, this was the trade that I took earlier on. So we had this MSB, and within this MSB, like I said, ideally I'd have liked for this low to get swept, because we have a lot of areas where price might want to tap into before continuing higher. However, I had to remind myself that if price is bullish, price is gonna have to respect this low and continue to make higher highs and higher lows. So I just said to myself, okay, cool. If I know that price is bullish, SMAs are bullish. Now let me try and look for SPS. Let me try and look for my areas of interest. So this is my last down up move, and you can see how within my last down up movement, we've tapped it the first time, but it wasn't at 50%. We tapped it again, we tapped it again, but now we've tapped it here, so we've now actually mitigated at least 50%. So I now know that we don't have to come, if we come back to this area here, there's a likelihood that we're gonna take out this low. So in my mind, I just said to myself, I can do two things. I can wait for price to flip bullish on my lower time frame, or I can try and get in as early as possible, understanding that if price takes up my protected low, then I am wrong. I've got my stop loss there, and I can just call it a day. So technically, this was a IB candle, because this candle is lower than the one to the left. This candle is lower than one to the left and to one to the right. No, my bad. So this is an IB candle. We failed to close below this candle here. You can see that we've wicked it. So for those of you that know, I just have to move my stop to that low of that candle, and I think I targeted at 1.5, 1.6. So when I let price play out, we was kind of moving a little bit funny, and then I kind of saw another SPS. So I saw like an internal SPS where this was the 1, this was the 2, this was the 3, 4, 5. So in my mind, I thought, okay, cool. Maybe we just forming another SPS. Price wants to sweep something, and then continue higher. We're still above the SMAs, and then price shot with flying colors. We kind of formed a double bottom. So in this situation here, like I said before, all we done was just create a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all we done was create a unmitigated move origin SPS. It was a good trade for me personally, and obviously I could have targeted the previous higher high, but obviously for those of you that know, we don't always target that high. So if I was just to go down to my 1 minute, as I said before, technically price needs to take out this high internally before I can start looking for anything, and we've now taken out that high, and in this situation here we have formed SPS model 1. Let me just remove that, where this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, we've swept 4, 5 above the SMAs, as you guys can see for yourself. And price pushes higher. So let's see, and price pushes higher, takes out our previous higher high, and you just have to rinse and repeat that cycle over and over again. So if I was to close things out, you can see for yourself how, what have we been doing? All we've been doing is just pushing higher. We're above the SMAs. We're letting the SMAs guide us. We're letting the SMAs protect us. And even in this situation here, SBS model 1, where this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. And price pushes higher, takes out our previous high, and that's a candle close. What did we do? We pulled back, tapped into an area of interest. What happened? Took out our previous high. So, and this is me doing it on the 5-minute chart. If you go over to the 1, you can start looking for more acute trades, more refined entries, and yeah, more refined entries, more acute trades to try and get yourself in. But yeah, today was pretty straightforward in terms of gold as well. If you're looking for the longs, I mean, that was the only bias that I would have been looking for anyways, due to the higher time frame and due to what's been going on recently. But as I always say, victory belongs to the most tenacious. Whether in the world, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I will see you lots tomorrow. Love.